How was your holiday? Was it holiday? What was the trip?
No, it wasn't a holiday. It was basically so I did. It was for a YouTube video. The concept is to. I'm not 100% sure what the title's going to be, but basically something like 72 hours in isolation to make the best music, or can I make my best beats
Mm.
in complete
Mm.
isolation? So I went to the countryside, really, really far out, in the middle of nowhere, and I was just in this tree house by myself.
Sick.
Oh, that's sick.
That is sick. Nice.
Whereabouts was it?
It's about 2 or 3 hours away from Bangkok.
Mm. Like north?
Mm, No, probably closer to the west, but I can't remember what
Okay.
country's on the west. But
How
yeah,
was it? Was it good?
it was actually sick. I can't lie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the
It
place
And
was
looked
we
nice
nice,
to be
fully
fair.
locked in. Like we fully
super
just
locked in,
zoned in. Yeah.
super locked in. Like sometimes you do get bored because there's nothing to do,
Yeah.
but I would just walk around the place, sit by the lake. I had a
Sounds like
bike,
a
so sometimes I'd just go on like a little bike ride for like 20 minutes and then just drive back, and then I'd be
Right.
fresh again to just keep going.
Mm.
Yeah, it was nice, man. It was good.
sounds
I
like
feel
a
like
horror movie setting.
yeah, it did look like it. I was paranoid about snakes as well because I heard there's crazy snakes
Oh,
in these
really?
kind of nature places.
Do you see
I think
anything?
Yeah.
I think was we talking about this last week or the week before? You were saying that you
Yeah, I
saw an
think it was
anaconda
last
or
week.
something.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was last week
Yeah,
anyway.
that got in my head. I can't lie. When I was
Did
looking, I
it?
was like,
It got you paranoid.
same, yeah. I started googling, found this Facebook page, snakes in Thailand, and it's just all these random people posting. Saw this in my garden. Saw this on my doorstep. Is it poisonous? Is it not? Like,
Oh, that's
do I
crazy.
need to call someone? Do I need to not?
So it got you paranoid.
Definitely. But it was a good trip. I'd recommend doing it. I was thinking though it would be way better if it was with people
Yeah.
because then you can just
Mm.
collaborate.
How many hours
Yeah.
were you spent actually cooking up each day, do you reckon?
Probably 8 to 10 locked in because I was also
Really?
trying to film a lot as well, trying to get different angles and stuff like that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
How
that's
was
the main
it?
thing.
No phones allowed type of vibe, like no social media allowed.
Yeah, pretty much. I put it in a different room. So
Okay.
once I'm locked in, I'm locked in. There is no doing anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
sick.
one of the main that's like a key part of that, isn't it? Just not having access to your phone. Like I've always just got it there. As soon as
Mm.
a plugin's opening and it's gonna take more than like 2 seconds, I'm like straight away just picking up my phone, checking notifications. It's so bad.
It's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Even if
and,
it's
and
just
it's so
like,
easy to do.
Yeah.
yeah, you'll have no notifications, nothing. You just pick it up just
Nah.
for the sake of picking it up.
Yeah.
I always have my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Hmm.
Do you
Mm.
guys do that?
I have been doing it
Sometimes, yeah.
It
Yeah,
definitely
sometimes
helps.
recently.
because
Mm.
even if it's just something minor like a app notification or email coming through, it just fully distraction just takes you out of the zone, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Well, I guess at least if it's not flashing up, or sometimes I'll just put it like face down, just so I don't see the screen lighting up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I
filmed
know.
another YouTube video and I've used my phone as like a second angle just so I don't
Mm.
pick my phone up.
Oh
That's
yeah.
not the main reason, but I was like, I'll just try it and see like if it helps me stop. Because I'll even be filming a YouTube video and then I'll like halfway through filming, like the amount of like in the edit, I'm cutting out like times where I'm just literally on my phone.
Mm.
So I'm like, let me just use it as like a second angle or something. See if that helps.
It's actually scary how much time you spend on your phone. When you ever look at the data to see like how many times you've picked it up and how many hours you've spent on certain apps, it's crazy.
It'd be interesting to see.
Hmm.
Should we all do it now? How long have we spent on our phones this
God.
week?
It
Let's
might
do
be
it.
bad. Let's check. So one of my boys, he's like literally paying for an app that
Yeah.
blocks him from using other apps. So
Oh, okay.
it's got to that
Oh,
point
yeah.
where you literally have to pay to block yourself, so you can't go on apps. So when we're chilling out, because there's obviously a way to get around it, but it's such a bollock that you don't end up doing it, which is the whole point of the app. So if we're out and I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, did you see that thing on whatever, and he's trying to find it on his phone, it's like, oh wait, I can't actually go on it at this time.
Wait, he's
You
paying
know,
for an app to do that.
Yeah, like obviously apps you get like the free version, and then it's probably not a big fee, but
I know which one
Okay.
you're talking about. I've seen those before.
Yeah.
There's also one of my friends
Just-
was recommending he puts his phone in a safe, but it's a timer safe. So even if
Okay.
even if he wants to get into it early, he can't. It has to have that time amount passed before he can enter the pin.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think that's the next level though. What if like there's an emergency and then
We always say this.
You gotta
though.
wait half
what
an
if
hour?
there's an
Yeah.
emergency and there's never
There's
an emergency?
never one. That's my thing as well. I'm like, I always need to see my phone, like in case my parents are calling me or something like that. But like
And
you
in
said,
that
Ocean,
case,
those
fuck it, you
emergencies
just-
just never happen.
You just missed it. It's not.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it won't be a big deal. You know.
yeah.
How
I
do
just
we even
missed one of
check it
those
again?
calls, when you get the random call to say you've won $1 million.
Oh man.
Our phone's just locked in the safe. Yeah, how do you check? Is it
Yeah, how do you find this?
I always see it pop up, but now I don't know where it is.
general maybe? Maybe
I
like
think
screen
you can add it.
usage or something? Let's see.
Okay.
Usage
You can,
times.
I don't think mine was turned on.
Oh, is it not?
No, I just
Oh,
turned it on
screen
now.
time. Yeah, the screen time. So I've got my daily average.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Damn. But
It's
I
actually
think
a lot.
half of this is probably going to be. Damn, mine's kind of high. I'm not gonna lie.
So is mine. Mine's alright. So my daily average. I'm guessing this is the week. Yeah, this week is 3 hours and 52 minutes.
Mine is
Per
5
day.
hours and 30. But the thing is, yeah, I think it's counting YouTube because I always have YouTube as a podcast on,
Yeah, me too
Mm.
actually.
and I think like all my most views is literally just from YouTube, and then everything else is like half of that.
Let me see
Yeah, that makes
if I can
sense.
break it down because it should tell you by app, shouldn't it? But yeah, that's just for this week. But if I go to apps, so most used. Oh yeah, so that's my gym app. So like today, for example, my gym app was open for 40 minutes because I was in the gym logging my workout. So you can't really count that. But how do I see? Oh, let me go to week. So if I go to week, daily average 3 hours 53 minutes, and then it says most used Instagram 4 hours 25 minutes. But I guess that means the amount of time over the week I've been on it.
I think.
Yeah, it will be because if my daily average is 3 hours 53, I can't be using Instagram for 4 hours. All right, so yeah,
Okay, then that's not too bad then.
nah, and
'Cause
then
over-
YouTube 4 hours 5 minutes, but that's like again same as you podcasts.
Yeah, literally, podcast always in the background, and then mine is Google Maps, which was like
Mhm.
3 hours.
Oh yeah,
But that's
traveling.
probably because I was traveling and I needed to
Yeah.
have the maps open. And then Instagram is 5 hours over the week. I don't think that's terrible, to be honest.
Nah,
It's mainly just the YouTube that inflates everything.
yeah, you might be able to just.
block YouTube.
Oh yeah,
from-
you can actually add limits
time
from
count.
within the app. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I swear it was built into iPhones instead of having to pay for the app. Maybe it's easier to do it through the app.
Yeah, maybe, but it looks like you can add limits. Maybe
But do
if I
you
go
guys
back to
really
a different
think-
week.
That you have an issue with your phone that you need to not
Yeah.
be on it. You do.
If I go to last week,
Yeah.
last week I was on Instagram for just under 10 hours throughout the whole week.
Mm.
Damn. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
same
pretty
here, to be
wild.
honest. I'm checking it regularly throughout the day, but I just don't need to. Like I know I don't need to, but you just keep finding
Yeah.
yourself doing it. So yeah, I need to figure
I've
it
just
out.
got a habit of picking up my phone, locking it, like, even if I'm not checking anything in particular, like you were saying, I'll be just picking up the phone and there's just a habit of like going like that, unlocking it. You might click on your pictures, click on your messages, even though you know nothing new's there.
Yeah.
I'm quite bad at
Yeah.
that.
Mm.
And then when I think
Yeah.
about 10 hours spent on Instagram, like, yeah, maybe some of that time is uploading my daily shorts or whatever, but I think, man, I could have spent that 10 hours a lot more wisely.
I hear
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
I honestly think I need to be on my phone more.
Do you?
I don't feel like I'm on my phone
Never heard
enough.
that before.
Yeah, no.
It's like the only person saying that in 2024.
I feel like sometimes I'm so disconnected,
Yeah.
focused on what I'm doing, that I'm not on my phone and I'm just not present on social media enough.
Mm.
Like
To
I don't
be
feel
on
like
that social
I post
media.
enough.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, some
No.
days, like some days, I think it's like fine to just have that unwinding time where you're just mindlessly scrolling. I don't think every hour of the day has to be like hyper focused and like have to learn something every single second. Because it's like sometimes you just want that minute to just kick back and scroll through and not have to
Yeah.
think about anything. It's
And
sort
I
of like
get-
watching
I
TV,
guess-
isn't it?
Yeah, I
Pretty
was
much.
gonna say as well, like if you curate your Instagram, you can get it to pop up with some useful stuff, even though it's hard to learn anything from a minute. But even just inspirations and stuff. And finding, I
definitely.
use
definitely.
it sometimes as well just to find new music. Can be a good tool for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with like YouTube, I guess, as well. You can have like a really terrible feed where it's just full of crap, or yeah, if you're watching like interesting stuff, then yeah, your feed kind of get recommended decent videos. Like I've been getting recommended a lot of those. I mean, they're not exactly educational, but there's a lot of those like documentary style videos where they talk about like past events, and there's like loads of detail, and it's like really interesting. So it's almost just like watching a TV show. It's not like you've got that dopamine, constant dopamine
Yeah.
scrolling type thing. So not too bad.
What do you watch more than anything now on YouTube? Is it always something educational, or do you watch just like purely entertainment stuff as well?
Like a mixture. I'll like in the evenings, I'll just watch like those documentary things. There's a channel called Fern.
Yeah.
It's got some really good ones, and in the day, just like depending on what I'm doing, I might watch some tutorials, or just if I need to learn something, I'll just figure it out through YouTube or something. So,
Yeah.
What
What about you, Ocean?
Honestly, most of it, I'd say like 95, or at least 90% is educational stuff. It's interviews, it's tutorials. Used to be a lot of self-development, but not so much anymore. A lot of it is just lessons from people in different things, especially in art, like creative direction and stuff like that. Nothing's really entertainment. The odd vlog, Mike Thurston pops up every now and again, which is vlog. But apart from that, nothing's really entertainment. It's all very much, like interviews and educational.
What about podcasts? Do you listen to any podcasts that are more entertainment based?
Not really, honestly, not that much. Maybe I'd say football ones, actually. But those are more interviews of footballers.
Right. Okay.
But not like I haven't watched a few of one in ages or something like along those lines,
Yeah. Sometimes it's good though. I think I go through phases.
Yeah.
Like I went through a
definitely.
phase of just listening to like purely entertainment based ones. I just had on like the Theo Vaughn podcast. But even some of those are quite educational depending on the guest he's got on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Yeah,
key as well.
definitely
Phases.
depends on the guest. I saw a short pop up the other day, and he had this older guy on, and I don't know what they were talking about, but it was like something, I don't know what they're talking about, but the guy was like, "What's that all about?" And then Theo Von's like, "I don't even think people could see. How far could people see?" And then it's totally off topic. You just thought like, "How far can people see?" And then this guy pulled up the distance, and the guy's like, "What's that got to do with what we were just talking about?" He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just completely
It's
went off
so
on his
random,
own
innit?
train. Yeah, that's funny, man.
The Flagrant one as well, actually. I do listen to Flagrant. But it's only one episode a week. That's like my entertainment podcast for the week, I guess.
What is the Flagrant one? I don't think I've ever watched it. I might have seen clips from it, but I've never
It's
like.
Andrew Schultz. It's his podcast. He co-hosts
Oh
it.
yeah.
You would have seen like some clips. It's a big
Is that the-
podcast.
Yeah.
Is that the one with
he's
Russ?
huge.
The one
That's
that
the
Yeah.
last
with
one I
Russ.
watched, the one with Russ.
Right.
Yeah, that was a
With
sick
him.
one actually. So again, like sometimes you do end up learning stuff from podcasts because they're talking about current events a lot of the time. So it's almost where you get your news from these days because we're not on BBC scrolling through all the articles and shit. Like we're getting our information from podcasts these days.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Yeah,
that
pretty
stuff's
much.
pretty good. I like those podcasts in the morning where, let's say I've got up, just gone gym and then I've got like a bit of time to just have my breakfast. That's my time to put on like a chilling podcast because I'm about to start work. So I don't know. Sometimes I just like some sort of entertainment first just to chill in the morning and then I get into my focus mode.
Makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, what's new for you guys? What's the plans over Christmas?
Oh yeah, forgot.
I bet you don't feel like Christmas over there, Ocean, does it?
Not really, but there are trees and stuff popping up and lights and that.
Yeah. Man, I haven't got any major plans to be honest. Like usually Christmas Day, I'll go to my parents, and then my auntie's who lives around the corner from them. But Christmas just ain't the same when you get older, man. Like it's just a different vibe, isn't it? And Kira's away for New Year's in New York with her sisters. So
What are you gonna do?
yeah, I would have loved to be in New York, man, but I didn't want to intrude on their like sister holiday. I was tempted
Fair.
to just go and do my own thing because I don't have to be with them. I could just arrange sessions. But I think the flights just went like crazy expensive to the point where it was like not really worth it right now because I could go at any time of the year really. But I'm gonna have another look. But yeah, I think I'll just be working, man. I'll obviously take like Christmas Day off, but Christmas is on a Wednesday, isn't it? So I reckon I'll still be doing some work Christmas Eve, maybe in the morning or something. And yeah, no plans. I've already had like a couple sort of Christmas do's. I went out with some boys that I used to work with this Saturday just gone. And the one before that I met up with some of my other close boys. So I've already done like my Christmas socializing.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing else, man. How about you?
Yeah, same to be honest. Similar situation. Went out with some friends from uni on Saturday, just gone, and then what else have we got on? I think I might be going away on like the weekend before Christmas, just with my girl. Go to like a Christmas market or something,
Right.
and then yeah, after that, just nothing really. Just try and work up until Christmas, take a few days off, and then back
Yeah.
to it. Yep.
What days will you take off? Like Christmas Day, Boxing Day?
Yeah, those 2 days because I'm gonna be with like jumping between my family and her family, and then on Boxing Day we've got like all of my mum's family coming over, so that'll be a full day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably go see my dad on the 27th, and then yeah, probably get back to it on the 28th.
Do you
How
do
about you?
anything for New Year's usually?
Not with the family. Normally my friend just throws something, or like I'll host something, just games, drinks, just like a chilled night, really. Nothing
Those
big.
ones are
Used
the
to go
best,
out and
really.
stuff, but yeah, they're the best ones. Like just nights in, but with like a decent group of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, how about you?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Because they're all in New York. I think my aunt is actually just having people around at hers, so I'll just go to that, I think. So yeah, nothing crazy at all, man. Really
Yeah.
relaxed Christmas and New Year's. Kind of like it like that though. Like when I was younger, I used to go out like every Christmas Eve and be like hungover for Christmas, and then go out every
shit.
New Year's Eve, be
Yeah,
hungover New
same.
Year's Day. And now I just like the feeling of waking up New Year's Day. I'm like, I'm fresh. I feel good. It's
Yeah,
just changed.
I think it's like 23 and below. You just like you want to be out Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Everyone's out, and yeah, you just get carried away, and then Christmas days are right off until about 1 p.m.
hmm
It's normally the routine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do anything different, Ocean?
Yeah, I think this one is going to be way more chill because I'm not going to be with family this year. I'm just going to be by myself here. So I'll take off Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, just chilling. And what I'm going to do, I have no idea.
Are you guys doing any Christmas videos?
Like releasing on Christmas.
Or around Christmas, just like a Christmas YouTube video at some point.
Maybe. Depends if anything's in time. If I finish anything in time.
I don't know if I will this year. I've got a video that will go live on the 24th, which I need to record on Monday. But it's a sponsored one. And it's not really a Christmas type of thing, so I don't know. I could turn it into a Christmas one, but not getting any major plans.
No.
I've done like Christmas ones some years, but they just don't have like longevity, do they?
Nah.
Nah, they
It's
die
like a week,
as soon as Christmas
and then
over.
that's it.
Yeah.
I guess you could always just put a Christmas tree in the background or something and just say like Christmas sale,
Got my
50% off.
Christmas cactus, if you can see it. Oh no, you can't see it on this
Nah.
side, it's on that one.
Yeah, I need to get one up as well. Got one little one downstairs. I might just bring that one up for a little bit.
Last year I did the Spotify one, the Soundtrap. Yeah, it's Soundtrap in it. They like sort of challenged me to make a Christmas beat using Soundtrap. So that one was alright because it was for the sponsor. It was a new challenge and stuff. But yeah, nothing like that has come through this year. So I think it'll just be whatever I record on Monday.
Nice.
Are you gonna do one?
Well, literally just speaking now, I've just come up with it, like thought of an idea because it was like I want to say 2015, 2016 when Zaytoven and Gucci Mane, they dropped like a Christmas album, and one of them was literally just like it was jokes, man. One of them was like a straight rip off of Traveling Through the Snow on a one horse. So that one, but it's like all like drug related. It's so jokes. It's like I can't remember what the lyrics are like. Literally trapping through the snow and then like pulling up with something and an AK or something like that. It was just about shooting people, but it was Gucci Mane.
That's kind of smart though.
Yeah.
If that actually had took off and had, well, I mean, it still could. You never know. One Christmas, it might just come back and be like, everyone's just like, oh, this is the Christmas anthem, and then
the DMX one always gets pulled up every year. You know, DMX singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh yeah.
That's a classic.
His like gnarly voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's jokes. So Zaytoven was like, he went in on the production. It was all original, but the melody was very similar to that song. But he had his like Zaytoven drums on there and like the sound effect and everything. So
classic.
Yeah, it was jokes. Yeah.
You know that vocal hit that was used? I think is it the same one that Zay used that was in all the early drill tracks? Literally just that vocal that he did, that one shot. It came from it was a Nelly track, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Dilemma.
the Nelly and Kelly one.
Yeah, I always wondered with that one vocal, because it was literally taken from a record. Could they, in theory, claim royalties on every song that's used that? Because that's what sampling is. Huh?
He produced it. I think Zaytoven produced it. I think so. Let me just check.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Even though he produced it, he won't own the master. I'm just saying, like, everyone who's used that one vocal hit, because that's in like so many different drum kits, and so many people have used it in beats.
Yeah, it's true. Could just cover
that's
everything.
That's a tricky one. Because technically, you could say that's like a what do you call it? Like a percussive hit, like a drum hit, and people use the same drums all the time, right?
I guess.
Unless Dilemma sampled it from something.
Probably, right?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
I wonder what the origin of that R is.
Is that not just her vocal in the hook? Or
I thought it was her ad lib, yeah, but it almost sounds like a man, like pitched up.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like her.
I think maybe because people have just manipulated that vocal so much. But I always thought, I could be wrong, but I always thought it was just her singing, like her ad lib or something. But then, yeah, because it's not a drum sample. I guess it's a tricky area because it's literally just one word, but you've still taken a part of a record.
Oh, okay. This is probably why it's why, what do you call it? You know how you was explaining before, if they could take it from all of his productions. It's actually because it's from the Roland MDC1.
Oh, is it?
Which is I'm guessing like a synth or a sample or a module or something like that.
Oh,
so
that makes
a
sense.
free sound, I guess. Just a preset.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's jokes. No, that's a good point. Cause it has got that kind of keyboard sound to it. You know, like when you're in music class and you got those shitty keyboards that make all the sound effects.
DJ.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay, that explains it.
I was gonna say it didn't sound like Roland, what's her name, Kelly Rowland.
Yeah.
I just always associated that sample with that song.
It fits perfectly, right?
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
That song doesn't hit the same without the R's.
Yeah.
No, that's like the main part of the beat.
I think
that explains it.
It's like it's responding. Yeah, no, that's actually a brilliant addition.
It really stands out now. I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
That's funny. Damn, didn't know that. Learn something new every day.
I know.
Guys, people watching. That's where the R comes from.
That explains everything then. But there's definitely been more sounds like that people have taken, because people will take stuff from movies, for example, and use it as a tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's 808 Mafia, Kill Bill, Siren.
Yeah. Cody's got the
yeah,
perfect
that's
from
what
Street
that's the one I was
Fighter.
thinking of.
Pierre Bourne, Jamie Foxx, from Jamie Foxx. Who else? I think that's about it that I can think of. It's probably a lot more, but yeah.
Yeah, there was one that was coming to my mind then, but it's gone. Do you
Mm.
know Key and Peele?
Yeah.
You know, there's that one skit where he's calling people by like the wrong names, like it's called
AA
Aaron,
Ron.
but yeah, Aaron. Someone's got that in their tag as well.
Nice. Yeah, that's sick.
I can't remember his name though. So yeah, I always just wonder, like, has that ever backfired?
Yeah, I guess it depends on how big you get to the point where they can do something about it. You know, like lower level, like no one's really going to be listening anyway. But as soon as you start getting hit like on the charts and stuff, then yeah, they'll probably come for it.
Potentially, yeah. But you think that Cody would have had some sort of issue with it?
Probably,
But
yeah.
who knows?
It's like the Hoctor. Have you seen the Hoctor? Girls selling a sample pack on BeatStars or something.
What?
What's going on with her, man? She's doing
It's
the sample
insane.
pack on BeatStars, and then
Seriously?
she's dropped that meme coin as well.
She's dropped. Yeah, apparently that's a massive scam as well, like a pump and dump scheme.
As soon as
What do you mean
Coffeezilla-
she's dropping a sample pack?
Like her
it's just
vocal, I
Hoctor,
guess.
just like a vocal pack. Yeah.
No
So you can like
way.
legally use her vocals and remix them.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't know what else was in the pack.
That could be a cool video.
I ain't buying that shit.
But yeah, she dropped that meme coin as well, hasn't she? And it's fully backfired.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yeah, Coffeezilla let them up, didn't he? On
Yeah.
like a live.
You don't want to end up on Coffeezilla.
Nah. As soon as he gets his suspenders on, it's game over for you, man.
Yeah.
That is actually crazy that he has a whole channel just exposing people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good though. It's needed. It's definitely needed.
If they're legit scams, then yeah, I mean, because a lot of people do fall for it. And a lot
Yeah.
of them do seem to be with meme coins, don't they? Like everyone does the same thing. They just like rug pull, hype up a coin that doesn't have anything to actually back its worth. So then everyone invests in it, all the fans and everything who aren't really like
Don't know what
typically
they're
into
doing.
crypto.
Yeah.
And then that hikes up the price, and then all the original investors just withdraw the money straight away, and then it just drops for everyone. So it is fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's mad. I'll have to get some cactus coins on the go. Pump and dump.
Yeah.
That sounds like a perfect coin as well, the cactus coin.
I did look
You've
into
got
it
that
at
on
one
the
point.
site.
Yeah, I literally created
Yeah.
a coin. Like I've got the cactus coins for my like my member benefits. So when you make purchases, you get points. I've got that on my site. And I did look into like the coins at one point around the NFT space. Not even to like sell, just to give away to some people, just so they had something there. But I don't know. I don't think the producer community is quite on board with crypto and NFT and everything like that.
When the NFT bubble was happening, like 2021,
Mm-hmm.
things were going crazy. People were selling art for stupid
Oh man, it
money.
was wild.
Yeah.
Did you buy any NFTs?
I bought a few NFTs. They're not worth anything now, though.
Yeah, it seems more of like a access thing, wasn't it? It was like you pay for this crappy piece of art, but you get access to these conferences or like these
That's
parties,
what it was
networking
really
sessions.
about. The
Yeah.
ones that I got. But yeah, they're
Yeah.
literally worth nothing these days. To be honest, I haven't checked, but I don't think they're worth anything.
No, I doubt it. But it's crazy how much like
I cut out
They were
for a
just-
minute then.
in front of our faces, but then all of a sudden, like these days, just don't see them anywhere.
Yeah, people are not really. It's not hyped right now, but it could come back because crypto is always up and down. You hear about
Yeah, I
it,
guess
then
so.
it goes away
Mhm.
for a while as the market kind of dies down, and then all of a sudden everyone's back on it again, and the
Yeah.
hype goes around.
The thing with
Yeah.
NFTs is the technology is actually really good and it can be useful. It was just
It
the
makes
art
sense.
section was the hype. Yeah. Like it was just
Technically, it makes sense, but I think
Mhm.
the adoption of it as well, it's still very kind of. I don't know. I don't think it's easy access, in my opinion.
It is hard because like, yeah, if you're selling it globally, how are you gonna sell that to everyone who's like, oh, you get access to these events? Like, well, I live on the other side of the planet, so
But even
how
just
are you
getting
gonna
your
make that
hands
work?
on NFTs and stuff like that, it doesn't seem straightforward
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
to the average person.
Maybe
Hmm.
over time it will be though. And maybe that was the
Yeah,
tricky part because it did seem quite overwhelming for people to step into unless you really like knew about that shit. So yeah,
Yeah,
for the
that's true.
average person, like you said, because the whole thing was like you'll be able to sell like event tickets on there just to prove that you actually own that ticket and you're not buying like a fake copy or whatever. So that was like just one example. But then yeah, for like I don't know, for like a Momo wants to go and see Peter Kay, like she's not gonna know how to like access an NFT.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
it
true.
made sense musically in terms of like owning. They was explaining it right where you could sell NFTs to your project and people could
Hmm.
own a piece of the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's cool.
sounded really cool.
So there was loads of
Yeah,
benefits, and it was just meant to be like a clear way to see like where royalties would be split as well.
Yeah,
Because right now it's
hmm
so confusing with like you sign up for like PRS and then are you getting master points? What platform do you have to go onto for that? And there was all these different avenues where you had to figure out where to collect your royalties. So the goal was to just streamline it and just make it like one place. You can see a song, you can see exactly who owns what part of that song, and everything's just like there. And you can see all the transactions, so you know nobody's getting fucked over. So
yeah,
in theory, it's like a good concept, but maybe at one point it will, yeah, they'll just make it a bit more accessible and more understandable for people.
yeah, for sure.
I think
I
that
could
art was
definitely.
just the art's just left a sour taste in everyone's mouth, hasn't it? Because that was just like the hype
People
phase.
were really spending 150 grand upwards
Yeah.
for what was it even called again? Crypto monkeys or something like this.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, the fuck, I forgot now.
Oh yeah, what was
Yacht
it
board
called?
board ape yacht club.
Bored
It was
Ape.
those one of
Yeah,
the.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. And but I mean, if you got in that early, yeah, and you just held on to it and then it went up, you was nice. Do you know what I mean? Those guys that will there's many people that from that bubble became millionaires from nothing. That's how
Yeah,
crazy it was.
and that who
mm.
was the artist? Was it Beeple or something? I forgot how you pronounce his name. You know that guy who made millions just selling digital art.
Hmm.
Was it Beeple? I could be butchering that. Beeple art. Yeah, I think it is.
I
Beeple was
wonder
like
how
he just
much
made
they are
millions
now.
selling art on there. But because like people just associate NFTs with art, and it's just like, oh, is that thing where people sell art where I can just save it by screenshotting it? But they're not realizing like the technology behind it that could have had
Yeah,
so many more benefits. So I think it will still have a place. It will just take a while for everyone to get used
I'm
to it.
yeah.
looking at the what you call it, the lowest board ape that you can
Oh
get
yeah,
right now is 18 ETH. 18
18 Ethereum. How much
times
is Ethereum now?
3.7, 3.8K.
Okay,
So that is
just below
60,
60.
but basically 70,000 US
Okay,
for the cheapest one.
and they were like, I swear they were like a million at one point. Some people were paying for those Bored Ape Yacht
Yeah, I
Club
remember
things.
seeing it. Like lowest was like 300 at one point. So
That's
now
crazy,
might be
man.
a good time if
Yeah,
you're in the
true.
market.
Crazy, man. Crazy times.
Do you invest in other crypto, like Bitcoin or anything?
Not really. I used to, and I lost a lot of money in crypto from
Mm,
being silly and not really understanding it. So
yeah,
I don't. I'm not really in it like I used to be. What about
I
you
hear that.
guys?
A little bit in Bitcoin and Ethereum, but just those two. I don't mess around with like day trading or
You're not meme coining.
nah, not doing anything like that. It's just Bitcoin and Ethereum seem like the most like stable ones or secure ones, so I'm literally just treating it as another place to hold some savings because
Hmm.
I just don't like keeping savings in a bank where it's not even doing anything. So I just put like a bit into Bitcoin every month, just
That's good.
enough to the point where it's like, all right, I can afford to do that. It's not going to
Hmm.
change anything drastically. but just to be in it, just to see.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you're riding the wave right now.
Yeah, I always just held on. I think I bought during the first time I bought. I obviously missed like a good few waves. I remember like 6-7 years ago, maybe more than that, like people in my work like looking at it, and then people were saying it was like crazy high. So I was like, nah, I'm too late. And then I think it was like lockdown times. Did it go crazy high then again?
Mm-hmm.
It was around that time anyway. I was like, you know what? I'll just put some in, even though it's high. And then shortly after I bought, it just tanked. I was like, fuck, man. I was like, what's the point of selling it? I might as well just leave it there. So I just kept on. I just like kept hold of it. And then now I'm like way back up. So I'm just going to leave it in there. Not even mess around with it. It's just like another savings pot. Maybe in like 20 years, I'll take it out or something.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I remember when Bitcoin was like 2K, 3K, and I was gonna buy some, but it was literally like the last money in my account. And then last minute, I was like, nah, fuck it, let me just leave it because I need some money right now.
Yeah.
Fast forward all these years later, it's 100K for a Bitcoin.
It's wild, isn't it?
Oh man, that's crazy. Shit.
Hindsight's a bitch, and it's easy to look back and think, oh, I should have got it then, but you just don't know. No one truly knew at that point.
Even if I did get it at 3K, I probably would have sold it when it was 20K.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You would have seen a crazy spike and would have been like, it's never going to get to this again. I'm just going to cash out.
It's so hard, man, with that stuff. It's like, there's just no telling. My friend bought like a load of AMC stock, which is like, I think it's like a cinema company. Yeah. And that was predicted. He was in all the Reddits and stuff, and that was predicted to go crazy. And it did go pretty good. Like he was up big on what he put in. I think he put in a few grand, and it was up to like 15 or something. And he just left it. He was like, yeah, it's gonna go like berserk. I'm gonna be like a millionaire this time in like 6 months. And then it just tanked again, and now it's just, I think he's up slightly on his investment, but that was from like 2021. And it's not really changed since then. So he's just sitting tight, just waiting to see what happens. But
is that when the Reddit community were coming together and they were doing that GameStop?
There's a whole movie on that. Have you seen that?
Yeah, the Netflix one. I watched that. That's pretty sick.
I need to watch that.
But then, did they do the same thing with AMC?
Similar, yeah. I think it was a similar thing. Because like, GameStop was the big one, and then AMC was. Yeah. My friend was like, "Oh yeah, there's a new one coming up called AMC. It's gonna go crazy too." So
that's the tricky thing with those. It's like, because if someone said, "Oh, I'm thinking about investing in a cinema," I'd be like, "Cinemas are dying. Like no one's even going to the cinemas." But I think the Reddit community like came together and were like, "Right, if everyone invests in the same thing, then it's gonna put the price way up, and everyone sort of wins." But then you need the whole community to be in there together for the long run. But then with GameStop, when they did that, it worked and it went crazy high, but then it was shady what they were doing. But the apps were like banning people from investing in GameStop because it was almost like they were beating Wall Street. It was affecting them, so they were like, "Nah, we can't allow this." Like the average person making that much money, so they just eventually stopped people from even investing in GameStop, which is messed up, really.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked that.
It's like they beat the game, and then the game was like, "Nope. You can't win." Just pull the plug.
And that guy who was the leader, I guess, of that thing, he was up like crazy, right? Wasn't it estimation that he had millions and millions, but no one knows whether he ever sold or not?
Is that the YouTube guy that was hosting the streams?
He was adamant that he was never going to sell, but who knows? No, he's never actually said whether he sold or not.
It's crazy, man. Crazy times.
Would be nice to just throw a couple grand in a meme coin and come back as a millionaire.
Yeah, literally, man. Can you imagine just doing that? Like, it'd be like a weird feeling.
I see it all the time, though. That's the thing. I see it on my stories of guys who are doing this, and I'm just like, where are you getting this information from? Who's telling you to invest in these meme coins? It's crazy. I've seen it time and time again of guys they just got some sort of information. It
must be just some kind of Telegram
just blow up.
Group. Yeah, like someone's just in there, like, right, just put some money into this by the end of the day, and then just see what happens tomorrow. Must be someone like just orchestrating it.
Yeah, I remember speaking to a guy one time, and he just just luck. He managed to. He was sitting in a coffee shop. I think it was a coffee shop next to someone who was heavy into crypto, and he literally just told him, "Yeah, put some money into this. It's gonna go crazy." He put 6K in. Then like 2 weeks later, he withdrew at 300K.
That's wild.
That's crazy, man.
From 6.
Yeah.
Insane.
You always
there
hear
is
the
groups,
success
right?
stories, don't you? Like,
Yeah.
there's so many people that have done that and lost everything.
Yeah, he's the lucky
I've heard a lot of
percentage.
stories of people losing a lot, but usually it's losing from within the game. So, for example, they rid it up really high, but didn't take out, and then they just rid it all the way back down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's like a common one, isn't it? Like people just wait too long, hold on for too long, just thinking it's gonna go like even higher.
Hmm.
Must be really hard to like figure out when the highest point is.
I don't think you ever can, though.
No.
No, it's just sheer luck, maybe.
Because if you did that with Bitcoin, for example, like when it was slowly just dropping, you might have been like, do you know what? I just need to cut my losses and sell it now. And now it's back up. So then all those people who did that, they'd be like, man, if I just held on. It's like you never truly know, do you?
But that's
Yeah.
just with Bitcoin. For all the other 100,000 coins,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen. Once it's down, like
It's
it.
down.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's the
Did see-
safest one, I guess. Along
Seems
with-
like it.
Yeah. Seems like the one that stood the test of time.
It's the only one that has something like physical to back it. Like if you've ever watched the videos of those like mining farms and the amount of like all these other coins, it's literally just a made up thing, isn't it? But then with Bitcoin, it actually has some sort of like physical process to back it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, man. It's interesting. Yep. But how's YouTube stuff going for you guys these days?
My last video was the first one in a while that went to #1. I was like going through a rut where I was like, man, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Just nothing was banging. And then last week's video did well. Was it last one's? The 50 Cent one that I did. Maybe it was the one before last.
Right.
So that one performed all right. Gave me a bit of hope. And then apart from that, oh yeah, I did the one with Jack and Ellis, which I recorded a little while back. That one performed okay as well, to be honest.
Nice.
I haven't had one that's like properly hit in a while. But
Yeah.
I mean, we've been doing this for a while now, haven't we? And we always just know you keep pumping the videos out and all of a sudden one of them just bangs and there's no explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I usually see with myself as well, a lot of my videos are slow burners.
Mm-hmm.
They always start really, really slow and then slowly, gradually start to pick up views.
That's good. How have you found your last few uploads, Ocean? I know because I've been taking a break as well from streaming just to see if it had an effect.
I think it is having an effect.
Yeah.
Because, okay, the 3 videos that I've uploaded without going live have done a lot better than the 3 videos or the 2 videos, whatever, that haven't,
Really?
that have been with the live, if that makes sense, like the same
Yeah,
week
yeah.
as the live. I think
Yeah.
there might be a correlation. But yeah, in general, my videos haven't been performing great recently. I think it's mainly probably the idea. I have faith
Right.
in the next few videos that I'm gonna drop, but we'll just see. I'm gonna keep going anyway.
Yeah, that's what we can do, innit?
So have you not been live for like 3 weeks then?
I haven't been live for at least 2 weeks.
Okay. And you've seen the videos like improve since then. That's interesting.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm definitely. I want to test it at least once more. Then I'll have a bit more data
Yeah.
to say, yeah, it's affecting. But like I said, I also think it could just be the idea.
Yeah, it's,
We'll
it's
see
hard
after
to
this
tell.
next video. The last video that I was just filming, I put a lot of effort into it. So we'll see if it is the idea.
What's
Where's
the vibe
this-
for the new one?
Is it the one you were just
This is
saying?
the isolation one, yeah.
Is it like a cook-up one also?
I'd say more. I mean, yeah, but it's not as cook up heavy as all the others. I'm trying to tell a story more.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Because the place looked sick
Interesting, yeah.
when you posted it. I think it was on your story, wasn't it? Wherever you were.
Yeah. That's cool.
What about you? How's it been going?
Yeah, same story really. Views are just like tanked like crazy. I did a Saab Babby cook up in between streaming, and that one fully tanked. It's literally just hit a K, like maybe like a few days ago. And then I did a Kendrick.
What cook up, sorry?
Saab Babby, he's an American artist.
Oh, okay, right.
Maybe he's a little bit niche. And then I did the
I've
Kendrick
never
one.
heard of him.
Yeah.
I think it's I'm starting to think a lot with the videos. What makes it bang or not could just be the idea from the get-go.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. But then, to be fair, I was like, I'll do a Kendrick cook up because just dropped the album, and it was like good time to just try and make something a bit new, like something a bit more like, I don't know, just different. So I did a cook up for that. I thought the packaging was good, you know, the title and everything, but yeah, that one kind of flopped as well. A little bit better than the one before that, but nothing crazy. So yeah, I've got
a Kendrick one would be perfect right now.
Yeah, you thought so. But yeah, I'm trying a different approach to the next video. I'm doing like not like a specific style of beat. It's just more of like a cook up one, but it's more of like a different approach, I guess. But we'll see how it goes.
Do you use the A/B testing on YouTube?
But for the thumbnails?
Yeah, I've been using that as well.
Seems pretty good.
I'd like to use it a bit more. Like in a perfect world, you'd probably run tests constantly on every single video, wouldn't you? And just test like a small thing like each time. And then when whichever one wins, you test that against another new one. But it's like, we haven't got the time to make 600 thumbnails or whatever it is constantly. I'm sure Mr. Beast is probably doing something like that, but
probably, yeah.
LB, with your videos, did you ever do the cooking up with strangers ever again?
Did it a few times, yeah. I tried it maybe like 4 times. So I did the first one, which popped off, and then the next one was the Maxine one. And then the one after that was back in my hometown with just a friend, I think. Let me see.
Yeah, that was the one that got you excited again and actually banged for you on YouTube, wasn't it? I thought you would have carried on with that.
So I tried it for a while. Let me see. So I did the Maxine one, and then after that one, I think I did it with at home with this guy called Callum, and I did okay, but nowhere near the first one. It got like 5.7K at the minute, and then I tried it again with another guitar friend, and then same thing, less views. And then I tried it again one more time, I think. Yeah, I filmed that one in London. I don't know if you remember, Ocean, when we met that guy in Chinatown. Yeah. And I put that one out, and again, same thing, just kind of flopped. So I was like, I don't think, maybe it was just a one hit wonder. But I tried a few ideas. One with my girlfriend, making beats with her, just in Starbucks, and that one did okay. And then I did a collab with 99 Machiavelli, and that one did okay too. So yeah.
Got to get more females in.
Just basically get a girl in the video, yeah.
That's the hack.
Yeah. So
my last big video was with Bookie Beats.
The China one.
That one popped off as well.
That was sick. Yeah. I was just looking at the views on the channels. How many views did the first Busker video get?
Like 160 or 120.
Nice.
It was closing in on 200K. And then, the last big one was just a mixing tutorial. That one hit 120K.
Sick.
But it's so crazy the different. Like, you'd have thought when you get one with momentum, you'd at least get not close to it every time, but like it'd still be. But it literally just went 120K, and then the next one just went.
Anymore.
It's crazy, yeah.
But back in the days, I think because the algorithm used to show your videos to the subscribers, innit? But now it's not like that. It's now just a free for all.
Yeah.
Like you post it, and show it to whoever's just interested in that at that moment.
Yeah, it's very like just video by video based, isn't it? It's not like
which
overall
can be
channel
a good
based.
and a bad thing at the same time, you know. I feel like in a way, because it's less momentum based, in a way, you could probably get away with trying different things more. Like it's going to be maybe a bit more forgiving if you decided to do something a little bit different.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's
It's
kind of
crazy,
made
man.
subscribers a little bit redundant after building it all
Yeah, for
those
sure.
years.
I think maybe it's only good for people that are checking the subscriptions feed, but I don't know about you guys, but I never really check it. I
I
just
don't think I'm
see it.
subscribed to most channels that I watch.
Yeah, exactly. They just show up. But it's crazy. I'm just looking at like the thumbnails on yours as well, Ocean. Like the ones where like you've got like solid thumbnails, good titles.
Hmm.
Them ones like do well, but not. Then the Bucky Beats one is just like just a picture, almost just looks
Yeah.
like a freeze frame from the video, and it's like 600k or almost
Yeah, it's
700k.
creeping up to a million views.
Yeah, it's insane, isn't it? Like it's not like the colors aren't necessarily popping. Even the one where you left, I left my dream studio, but I guess it's more so the idea that pops out for that one.
But that doesn't make sense to me in a way. Why would, you know what I'm trying to say? Why would anyone really want to watch that?
Hmm.
Like it's good
Yeah.
for me, of course, but at the same time, like why would you not want to watch, I don't know, how to make a sexy drill beat or
Or even the Jax Jones one, #1 producer
yeah.
Jax
Yeah.
Jones
Oh,
reveals
yeah.
his secret hit making formula. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
why would you not want to watch that over the Leaving My Studio one? But that's why I think it's just storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The one
for
like
sure, yeah.
making beats in China with an erhu that's like so unique. Because not many people can play an erhu. It's not like a guitar that you come across every day.
But that's surprising because I didn't think people would know what that is.
Mm. Yeah, I guess you can.
I think it might be the
it's-
China thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
there's
guess
that
like
as well.
why did he fly to China? What's the ear? Who's
Who's
that other
this
person in
girl?
the thumbnail? Yeah.
I think people are very interested in like Chinese culture as well.
True. The
Mm.
the
Producers
because it's
are-
kinda, I think just in general
In, like, Asian
there's a lot of
culture.
I
Yeah.
always see those videos like I don't know if you've ever seen this content, but people go into that really futuristic city called Qingkong or Chongqing, something like this.
Don't know if I've
And
seen
it's
those.
like one of China's biggest cities, but it's super futuristic. It's very, very different. And all those videos always slap for whoever does a video there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
were
so-
if you weren't uploading production based stuff, what content would you want to make?
Business content, so I can make the money.
Yeah, business stuff slaps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you can have 1,000 views. You can have 500 views and you're making good money.
Someone's buying your $5,000 course.
Yeah.
Mm.
Meanwhile,
The
these
audience
producers
is
are
happy.
saying £100 for a production cost. This is a scam.
This is a scam, yeah. Literally, man.
What would you
For the
guys do?
mentorship stuff, I've got a few guys that are waiting to onboard this month, but a good portion of them, pricing's like a big issue. Like a good portion of them.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of switch. It's not changing. Probably just lowering the price, but also lowering the service. Not to like a 3 month thing, but to like maybe like a month long. Because I know Alhug did like does like his sample making
yeah.
calls, and it's like 4 calls, isn't it? Which is about a month.
Yeah.
So thinking of maybe having to switch it to that, because yeah, everyone I've spoke to, most people, they're in school or college or uni, they're young, and then obviously money's going to be an issue at that age, which is understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to see what happens. But
I
yeah,
saw
the price
something
point for
that
production.
that might interest you actually, because I know we spoke about James Smith before, but I signed up for his email marketing just to see what type of messages he sends out. And obviously his whole thing is business mentorship, so obviously his cost is a lot more. But yeah,
Yeah.
his whole concept is business mentorship. But so his like funnel is you sign up for a 30-day email thing, so he's kind of giving you value for like 30 days. So every single day you receive an email from him, which some people would say that's kind of crazy, but obviously if you don't like it, you just unsubscribe, don't you?
Yeah.
And if there's some value in the email, he's like telling stories in there, dropping some gems, and then occasionally in emails he's trying to like get you to like come on board with his like mentorship stuff. And I left it for like the full 30 days just to see what would happen, and then I like the end of it. he'll have like a sequence set up depending on like whether you like click on the message or, you know, if you react with it or anything like that. But I didn't really like click on anything. I just left it. And then at the end of it, because obviously his course is quite like high priced. It must be a few grand. I can't remember like how much it was. But then at the end, he's like basically saying, all right, I get it. You know, you don't want to spend the money on this, but and then he kind of leads it into a much cheaper course. It's literally just like a content creation course for like a very small price. It's like, okay, you're not willing to spend these thousands. Let's just start with some content creation ideas. I'll show you everything you need to get set up, start making content. I'll teach you about like lighting, writing hooks, things like that. And then it's just like a last little thing to try and get someone to spend some money. You know what I mean? And I bet that works quite well for him. I bet that sells quite a lot.
Yeah, maybe even just like strategically they did it that way, like put that expensive one up front, knowing that people aren't going to buy it. Like maybe 5% are going to buy, even less, and then like having the cheaper alternative that he knows psychologically they're like, oh, it's a bargain. Like I'll just get that then. Yeah,
because even when people buy the cheaper one, they're basically like in the system. Then they'll do the course, they'll learn how to create content, and they'll think, okay, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about, and then they might go and buy the expensive like mentorship. And then on top of that, as soon as I clicked on the website to check out the content course, I was getting ads on Instagram. So he's got it set up nicely, man.
Yeah, it's airtight. Yeah, I think that could be a thing. You know, I think some stuff does work through calls, but I think you're right. Like it has to be, even maybe if you did it through calls, start with something that's more than like that most people can look at and be like, yeah, I can afford that, and then look to upsell later on.
Before you jump on the calls, maybe it might be a thing of really really screening your leads to make sure that they have the money.
I've done that literally. I made a switch. So normally I'd put out a survey, and the survey just had a few basic questions, but I've added a few, and one was like basically like, do you have money that you're invested into your career? And then it's just like a few brackets of how much they're spending on their career, like music production stuff. And then one's like, do they have a day job? Yes. Are they over a certain age? Yeah. I had like a few just so I'm like, okay, if they're not at college, great. they're working and they have money to invest in their career. So literally just updated that like 2 days ago. And it's I could just filter it out on Jot form and then just see like, okay, that like the rest of them I can't. It's not worth me doing that because it's going to be a waste of their time. And then I can just reach out to the guys that I know could potentially work with. But, the
whole music production like business is such a weird place, man, because it's like, I don't know, some people try to get into it for money, but it's like this is like the worst thing to get into for money, really. Obviously, like for us, it's easy to like say that, but if you think about the amount of producers that are out there versus the amount that are actually earning like good money from it, like what other business are you just expected to work for free? And then even if you've made a deal to get paid for your work, it can take forever to actually get paid. Could be like 6 months.
Crazy, yeah.
And then people aren't willing to invest in it because it's just a hobby for most people. So most people are like in school and college or just working the jobs, so they're just making music on the side. But then with like business courses, obviously people are wanting to invest in themselves because they just know that's what it takes to like they're looking to like leave the job and like step up and make something happen. So it's like, okay, a business course, business mentorship that could really get me somewhere. But people just see music production as something else where it's like, nah, it's just a hobby.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's just a weird space, isn't it?
No, definitely. I think so too.
And I feel like with music, the music stuff as well, it is like it's so individualized. Like one rule for one doesn't work for the next person. There's no blueprint at all. Even for like the stuff we're doing, like you can make a course on selling kits for drill kits, and it would work for like 1% of people that are actually making drill, I guess like drill tutorials, and like their branding is drill. But same for me. I'm trying to like try and teach people how to do the way I've done it, and same with you. Like it's just not going to work for everyone.
Yeah.
It's just so. But with business, it's way more. do this, and then this is what will happen. You know, this is the route.
Even then, with those business courses, a lot of people aren't going to make it. That's just
Yeah, of course.
the
Yeah,
sad
for
reality.
sure.
And it's not necessarily anyone's fault. It could just be market timing. It could be just, oversaturation. If everyone is trying to run an agency and everyone is cold emailing the same people, then I guess it's just a numbers thing.
Yeah,
But I
that's
do
true.
feel like it's somewhat of an easier sell.
And the
Well, yeah,
economy
'cause
isn't doing great right now either. If you remember
Yeah.
when everyone was wanting to get into selling beats, it was during like lockdown times, which is crazy because you'd think, okay, this is like the worst time for people to be like spending money. But people were at home, like making music more than ever.
Yeah.
And people were getting some help from the government because they were out of work. So it was like, right, I'm at home, I'm getting a little bit of money. Like, all I've got to do is make music. There was like a rush of selling beats at that point. I don't know if you guys remember, but people on BeatStars were making like crazy money at one point. Harvey was saying that actually, wasn't he? Like during lockdown times, his stuff was flying. I think that was the same for a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. Did you guys see like a jump in kit sales during lockdown as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Lockdown was probably, I think lockdown just in general was just a huge jump in numbers across the board, from social media numbers, money wise.
Yeah.
Everything kind of went up. If my trajectory
Definitely,
was
yeah.
like this before on YouTube, then lockdown it went like really up.
Yeah,
And
yours
then
went
it
quick.
kinda leveled out
Yeah.
after.
Mm-hmm.
And that's obviously what my channel was growing as well. I imagine if I just started fresh now, like just started a YouTube channel, I reckon the growth rate would have been a lot slower, I think.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. So even for like newer guys that are making content, seems like a slower,
But maybe not.
a slower
In
growth.
terms
But
of
the
subscribers,
views,
Yeah, in
the
terms
views
of
are going.
subscribers, maybe, because it doesn't matter as much. But in terms of views, I feel like now is probably the best time than ever to be a content creator, because it's not so momentum focused. It's just
Yeah.
you got a good piece of content, it could fly.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a guy. There's a guy in Dark Label who's literally started. I think he's put out like 5 videos and he's like averaging. Let me find him. He's called Josh something. But I think he had a video that hit like 600k after like I think it's like his third upload or something. And
On
then
YouTube,
yeah, another one did like really well as well. It hit like 200k and yeah, he's
Nice.
absolutely smashing it. His is more like scripted storytelling, but with value in there as well. So he's kind of hit a good niche with it. Let me see what's his name. No, I can't find it now. I'll have to find it in a bit. But yeah, crazy man. Yeah, you're right. I think like if people are starting now, it's not even the subscribers literally don't even matter anymore. It's just the packaging really, and then the views.
Just the
The views
content.
just kind of come in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the game's changed, man.
it's changed a lot, so much since when I started in 2017.
Yeah, I bet you've seen everything.
The
See, I started
barrier
later
now,
than you.
you have. I think back then you could get away with the quality being kind of low, but that barrier is way higher now. Even though, like on TikTok, for example, you can just film a very casual iPhone video and it could do well, can get away with it. But in general, I do just think that content has to be, again, it's subjective, but I do feel like content has to be good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
you're
back
right.
then, I could start a vlog and not get into the video until like 5 minutes in, but I don't think that would work so well anymore.
Nah. Man, there was an era of vlogs, wasn't there? Where everyone
daily
was just like,
vlogs.
their whole thing
Remember
was
that?
just vlogs.
Daily vlogs,
Yeah.
I remember like Daily Dose of Fusi, Roman Atwood, these guys that were just on it every day, Casey Neistat.
Yeah. I think it's still a format that works if you've got stuff going on. Like if you're in like the fitness industry, you got like Chris Bumpstead, he kind of has a camera guy just follow him around and
But he's
just
Chris
see what he gets
Bumstead,
up
you
to.
know what I mean?
But that's what I mean. Like, there's a lot of value in
He's
there.
a
still.
world champion, one of one. So it's interesting to see his life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it
Unless your
works if you're in that
personality is
kind of
just
level.
like really interesting. Like you're just a
Yeah,
really interesting guy.
or if you did like the
Yeah,
Logan Paul
you
style,
gotta
where
have
it's
something
like
about
just
you.
crazy shit happening every day.
Mm. I remember I used to watch
Mm.
this one guy. I can't remember what his name is, but I just click on his videos because he had a pet monkey, and I just like to watch his day because he'd go for a coffee and he just had his little pet monkey with him. I thought that's sick.
That is jokes.
Yeah, yeah, it's just having that little thing to pull people in.
But in
Yeah,
saying all of this, it kind of gives me, what's the word? It makes me excited that the algorithm is also like this now. I feel like, I don't know, it motivates me to really want to step my game up and, I don't know, try new stuff with the content, really go for it.
yeah,
Mm.
It excites me that, okay, this one flopped, but the next one can always do better.
Yeah, it's not like a a trajectory where it's like you kind of follow a certain route down. It's like can literally just go up, down, up, down, up, down.
but when you get a few
Yeah.
in a row that aren't performing well, if you've done like four
Oh
in a
yeah,
row, you've gone through like a
yeah,
whole month of videos flopping, you're like, fuck man, algorithms changed too much. My channel's going down.
No, I
yeah.
definitely hear
No,
that.
I can.
It's not nice to have 10 out of 10s and stuff, and just seeing your average views go down.
Oh, it's frozen. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
it's
guys
not
can
fun.
still
Back in
hear
like
me.
2022, 2021, I could hit like 30k views in a day. You know,
Mm.
those numbers are not like, my numbers are not like that anymore. So
Yeah,
comparing
I
to that
remember
time,
that
if I
actually. Yeah.
compare, I'm just like, damn. But at the same time, it's like, but you just never know. Like, it could just hit again.
Yeah, maybe fast forward a few years, it's just gonna change completely again, and who knows? It might be in our favor at that point.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. That is true. That is true. Maybe YouTube gets sick of blowing up new channels and then they disappear or something. They're like, right, let's go back to
Yeah,
the reliable
It's
guys again.
TikTok that came around and just like messed up everything.
yeah, they really do
Just
because
switched up
all the
everything
platforms have adopted their algorithm. Really,
based on TikTok, innit?
yeah,
Hmm.
100%.
Yep. Yeah.
I haven't really
I
switched up
thought, you know
styles
what?
in a while.
I did see
Oh, go on.
I did see
What were you
this
gonna say?
channel. I did see this channel called, I think it's called DK Beats. Literally saw it this morning and I found him through a short and he was just posting basically just, it looked like he was just ripping like shorts for like Kanye West, Travis Scott, and even like Donald Trump clips, Rogan clips, just anything that's like popping. You just take it,
Yeah.
upload it as a short, all just random shorts, and they were like getting crazy views. And he's on like 180,000 subscribers. But it's a type beat channel. You go to like his main videos, and it's all type beats, and none of
Oh,
them break
really?
1,000 views. Yeah, literally none of them broke 1,000 views.
I guess it's
So
attracting an audience that isn't gonna be interested in beats.
yeah, but
So it's getting
like
views, but you can't really monetize that. Oh, yeah, I guess you can
you
monetize the
can.
shorts, but
Yeah, monetize the shorts, but it takes a lot more views.
yeah.
But I think they're just
But I
easier
meant
to
just a
pump
way of
out.
like monetizing the attention.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. So it's not like is it James Smith, small channel, small views,
Yeah, I
but
guess.
pulling in the perfect clients.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What
But
type of
no, I
audience do you
definitely.
both want? Do you ever think about that? Because
Yeah.
like when you're making the entertainment stuff, like we spoke about this before, where the entertainment-based videos can pop off, but you're not necessarily attracting an audience that are there to like get kits, for example, or beats
Yeah.
or whatever you're trying to sell. But it's a good way to grow your YouTube audience.
I've definitely thought about this a lot because, you know, in the beginning, and I think your channel is probably more like this, Jay, where you do a lot more tutorials, so people will really follow you for learning how to make beats, and then on the back
Yeah.
of that, you sell kits,
Hmm.
and that's like a nice business model. But now I think I want to get to the stage where it doesn't matter what I make or really what I do.
Yeah.
People just mess with my content. Almost like when you look at Logan Paul, you can't really specify who is his audience. It's so broad.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But he does have
Just
a
Logan
core
Paul.
super fan base too.
Hmm.
Because I'm trying to do, well, not trying to do, because I am doing music now. Well, I mean, like now I'm starting to release music and I want to sell tickets. and do shows. I think my audience needs to be a bit more broader, if that makes sense. Or people who are into this kind of music.
Yeah.
It can't just be just music producers anymore. It needs to be a variety of people.
Ravers. Get them ravers
People
in
who
there.
enjoy this music mainly, but yeah. I
That
would
makes
rather
sense.
build more of a cult fan base too than people who are just passive.
I guess that works for what you're doing at the moment.
I'd rather have like, nah, I fuck with him, or I hate him, he's shit, he can't make beats. That's good.
Yeah.
I triggered an emotion. I'd rather be like more one side, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no,
I know what you mean.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Sometimes I'm guilty of like trying to please everyone in a way where I don't trigger like certain emotions. Just like I'll drop a video that's there to like help some people. I'm not really saying anything controversial. I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm not like triggering anyone in any way.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
But like you said, sometimes it is good to do that.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I'm not trying to be like this person, by the way, but I think he's probably the best example of it. Andrew Tate pissed off so many people when he was like at his top, but people who really messed with him, you know, they started bringing the cigars out. They started wearing loafers and suit jackets.
Yeah, the impact he had was crazy.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
He definitely had a cult following.
And people just buy anything from him and just feed off of every single word that he said.
Yeah.
But I think if you can build like a good solid fan base or a good audience, a good community of people who like your stuff, then you can have a career for a very long time.
Yeah.
Rather than
you're
just
right.
being here for a moment.
No, I agree.
Like I'm trying to think of like the rappers who have really good fan bases, like a Nas or a Tyler the Creator,
Russ.
Yeah.
a Russ,
Kendrick.
a Joey
Oh, that
Badass.
West Coast
Like these
guy.
guys who are not necessarily in people's household names, but they can sell show tickets everywhere.
Yeah, just have a cult following.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's
Yeah,
that
Russ
West
is the
Coast
perfect
guy?
example. Yeah, that's La Russell.
The Russell.
Yeah, him.
Yeah,
Is he-
Russ
I would
and
say
La
he's
Russell,
like-
they're like the go-to guys for like independent music.
Yeah.
Perfect examples.
Lancey Foe, he's still very underground. He's not a household name.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he can do tours and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people
I
who
listened to
really
his
like music
album
are a fan.
I went through his 2022 album and then the one he's just dropped with that other guy. Went through both of them and they were bangers, like full of bangers. Some of the mixes were crazy. Like one song was like dead quiet and then the next one came on, like blew my speakers up. Like crazy high end on it. Yeah.
I guess everything like that all boils down to community as well, doesn't it? Like regardless of what you're doing, it's like how can you look after your community, or just at least bring people together. Whether it's like a Discord, an email list, a mix of everything, or just getting people involved as well. Like I think it might have been La Russell, or some people would like post, for example, like, oh, I need a name for this song, like someone help me out, and then everyone's dropping names for the song. Top comment, like that's the name. You just feel like a part of their music then. Same with albums, like could be anything, just getting people involved.
Yeah. That's why I used to like vlogs a lot as well, because you could really see the behind the scenes. And then you'd hear a song come out and be like, I remember watching when he made that. Footage,
recording
you know?
it
It's
in
very
the studio. Yeah. I used to like Wiz Khalifa's vlogs for that reason.
Oh yeah,
They were so sick because he'd be traveling all the time.
I was early on Wiz Khalifa. 2009. I remember when he was pulling up in in a Corolla. He's like, I just joined Twitter. Got my first 1500. Make sure you go follow me on Twitter.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
To
It was mad,
this
man.
whole roller coaster journey of where he is now is insane.
Yeah, I remember seeing them ones, and then I stopped
was
watching them for a while, and then
Such
came
a
back,
huge fan.
and he was in a Las Vegas penthouse suite with like all his with Taylor
Is this the
Gang.
newest one?
Nah, this was like 2012 maybe 2011, and they pull up to this like top floor room, bags, literally like these huge dog bags full of weed, like 10 of them, all drinking Bombay gin just straight out of the bottle. And then they'll get getting the tailor-made tuxes, go down to this birthday meal. It's got this crazy cake, got bottles everywhere. It's like, fuck, man, he really documented the whole process.
And
the whole
it's good
come
to
up.
see him cross over into mainstream as well and have massive hits.
Yeah.
but still somewhat feel like an underground artist in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like Snoop Dogg, I'd say. He's like a younger Snoop Dogg. Like he just
Yeah.
kept that street vibe, but he just went and did his own, did
He's just
pop
been
and did
himself,
everything
hasn't
else.
he? Throughout everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
If there's anyone to emulate, I think he's probably done it the best.
Yeah, longevity. I feel like he's not right in the front of the camera all the time, but he's still killing it. Like he can just tour and
Yeah,
still have fun.
even if his new songs don't slap like how they used to in terms of numbers, but he always can come back and just have an absolute smashing banger.
Mm,
Like he's
For
had
sure,
many
yeah.
of those throughout his years, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
And that day-to-day series is probably going on like what
10 plus years now.
15, 16 years, which is insane.
Yeah.
His which series? The day-to-day
All
one?
day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What, does he still do them?
he's still
I
doing
think
that.
so.
No
He's
way.
releasing his new mixtape.
Yeah, 2
I
weeks
didn't
ago.
actually know he was still doing it.
That's insane. Let me see where the oldest one was. Day to
I wonder if
day.
he's still got it up there. I remember that used to have the very first one on.
Mm. Let's
Is it just
see.
all on his main channel?
Yeah.
There's one from 13 years ago. Season 3
Oh,
though.
yeah.
That was season 3.
Oh,
maybe we'll go
he's
s-
privated them down.
There's videos there
Season
from like
1.
16 years ago, which is crazy.
There's some where
It's good that he's
the
kept everything up there just so you can see the journey.
my battery's
Yeah.
dead. I might have to
Episode
just restart
2.
the screen.
Episode 2 is 15 years ago.
Wild.
I'm looking at these thumbnails and I'm like, fuck, I literally remember watching these, man.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Damn.
Just seen the happy birthday one when they're in Las Vegas. Seen the thumbnail for that one. Yeah, man. Yeah, they're really good to watch. But they're probably like the most fun I had watching like a vlog of a rapper because it was
Mhm.
really you would genuinely felt like you were with them, like just following them around.
He just didn't
Whereas,
take
like, some
himself
of
too
them-
serious either.
Yeah, he was jokes. Like he actually had banter and like he was professional. Like you see him on set doing stuff and he's
Yeah.
just treating everyone with respect and he just seems like a good person to work with.
I think that's the problem with a lot of artists or people in general. Just let ego get in the way or insecurities where it's like I can't really be myself because I've got to portray myself to be this certain way. Especially for rappers, you got to maintain a certain image, or they think they do. But I think people these days, they just want to see who that person is, like who's behind the mask.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. They'd much rather just see who you are as a person than just like a persona that maybe a few people, like younger people who don't fully get it yet, find it entertaining for like a few months and then they grow up and realize, just a fake
I'd love
personality.
to put more like vlog style stuff out there because all my stuff is like tutorials, so there's no. I feel like unless it's a studio vlog where people can see an actual conversation, you can't really learn a lot about someone just from a tutorial because it's like you're just talking through what to do. But
Yeah.
then people, people do want to learn more about you. I feel like the studio vlogs are a good way to do it because that's a way more
I was about
natural
to say.
setting.
Yeah. Like your studio vlogs, the tone of them is like a lot different in a good way. Like, no, I mean, not saying the tutorials are bad, but yeah, like
It's
yeah,
just a lot more
actually
relaxed,
see-
isn't it? Just like,
Yeah, cracking
Chilled.
jokes and
yeah.
yeah. So need to bring them back. I'm trying to do that next year. Just do more collabs in person this year. I've just kind of chilled. Just
Yeah.
done nothing, really.
I did a
Yeah.
few recently, and they're always fun to do. I actually prefer filming those than tutorials because it's like you just turn the camera on, you just cook up like you normally cook up. It's way more natural. You don't have to think about, all right, I need to explain every step,
Yeah.
but they don't always hit the same. Like I did when was it? 4 videos ago. I did like 2 like back to back and they didn't perform too well, to be honest. But I think
Right.
they're just good to have there just for those people because the people that watch those, I feel like they're the ones that do really get to know you.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So they're always good to have.
Sure.
But I wish they performed as well as the tutorials because that would just encourage me to do a lot more of them.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, definitely. Just doing with females, then get more clicks.
Yeah, we need that video that Lollipop was on about.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. She's in Miami now, isn't she? Doing a
Oh yeah, I
Like,
saw that. Like,
producer
sponsored
camp or
by
something?
Output, doing a producer camp.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm doing the monthly videos for Output. I was hoping I'd get the invite, but it didn't come through. Must be in my spam or something.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah, that's sick. Should be loving that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I saw a funny video not funny, like a song she produced recently. This guy, I can't remember his name, but I think he's got
What, YJ?
like,
Well, YJ one. Yeah.
he's got like a
put
weird,
my
not
heart in
weird jaw,
this.
but like his jaw's kind of like up here. It's hard to explain. Let me find it.
It must
She's in
be
the music
YJ.
video.
Is it the one where she's holding a lollipop?
Yeah, in like a sweet shop.
Yeah, that's YJ.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Props
that
to
was
him,
funny,
man. He's blown up.
Yeah, he's killing it.
It's actually good to see because it's like, I think he was on an interview with his dad, and I think he is like autistic or something, isn't it? But
Right.
he's still just got the confidence to do whatever. He's just
Yeah.
pushing his music out, and it's actually catchy songs as well. Like,
It is catchy. Yeah, it's really good. The beat was sick as well for that
yeah,
song.
I don't know if you heard this one before that. I forgot the name of it, but it started off saying, "I put my heart in this." You know what I mean? It's you would have heard it on
Yeah.
TikTok. It was blowing up on there for a while, but I just found
Right.
myself like singing it in my head like loads throughout the day. It was just mad catchy.
Yeah.
So I can't knock it,
Yeah.
man. He's doing his thing.
It's just fun, isn't it? It's like no cares, no deep stuff, just fun vibes. Like I like it. I think it's
Yeah.
sick. Yeah. But nah, yeah, he's good, man. Yeah, should
Right,
we
boys, we should wrap up.
call it a wrap?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right.
Thanks everyone for watching, listening. We'll catch you in the next one.
See you guys. Peace.
Peace.